I have to be honest. If things had gone differently this past week in Minneapolis, I might have traded in my heels for marching boots. Now, I know that a lot of you people at home want to reach for your remote when you feel like Hollywood is preaching to you. But as a mother of a black son, I know the fear that so many live with, and no amount of fame or fortune changes that.
Listen, it's your boy, your opinionated MJ. This one is for LeBron James. Now, I was going to do the pod, then I wasn't going to do the pod. But y'all keep piling on, so I got to do the pod. I'm not going to side with LeBron. I'm not going to side with the people who are, upset with him. And for some reason, Adam Silver and the NBA. It's real layered. I'm going to try to cut this down to the shortest amount of time I can give it to you, because people don't like listening to nothing past 30 seconds. So I'm quite sure you heard Regina King at the beginning. That's the perfect explanation for the reason why, and I'm a black man, the reason why the responses to certain things in society are as they are. It's like everything is pitted against us, period. Just growing up as a young boy, I was taught that the police was my enemy, that be careful to, my parents were born in the 50s. They went through all of the things that was going on during that time. So, I'm not a product. I'm young, but I'm not a product of I'm not a product of young parents. Like, I was taught certain things, and, my father's been a certain type of way because of certain things that have happened to him in his life. And it was either with police or someone that wasn't black. So fast forward, you guys misunderstanding the time frame basically of LeBron's tweet. We had a verdict dealing with George Floyd, and then it seemed like 5 minutes later, a little girl is getting killed by a police officer. Okay, the police officer saved the other girl's life, whether he did or not. I'm not gonna say. I'm not just gonna come out and say it was wrong, and I'm gonna stop there and let you guys decipher what I'm talking about was wrong. Whether the girl's fighting was wrong, the girl would have had a knife that was wrong, the police officer killed the girl that was wrong. You decide that. All I'm gonna say is, I know people that have been stabbed. I know women that have been in domestic abuse cases. I know women that have been, just really, they are survivors, bro. So who's to say that, okay, sad to say, the girl was likely going to get stabbed. The girl may have blocked the girl. Who knows? But I'm not going to sit up here and say that somebody just needed to lose their life. That could have been my daughter. And then who's to say that the potential for the bullets to go through the one girl and go into the other girl wasn't a possibility? Did anybody think about that? I'm not going to get too far into the politics of it. I'm just going to give y'all the perspective from a black perspective so you can understand, because it just seems to be lost, because everybody's screaming, oh, well, he saved a black girl. Like, come on, man. This stuff is happening every day. I see some of the stuff I just see, man. Sometimes I see the police get knocked around, smacked up, and they don't do anything to those individuals. Period. Driving a car, ramming cars into police cars, assaulting officers, moving them, pushing them. We can do the research. I'm not going to sit up here and do all that research. I'm just going to chime in, because I seen the video in motion, heard about it, and did not watch the conclusion of it because I'm tired of seeing black people dying. That's just it. After I seen the officer basically kill George Floyd, I was done. Like that was, on top of all of the stuff that I've known's been going on in the world, the stuff that, I done been pulled out of the car by police on several occasions, man. Like, and even held at gunpoint for no reason. Searched for no reason, found nothing, and in the back of my head, always, you gonna plant something on me and say that, I had something on me, and then basically cast my life away. You know, what do I have to worry about when it comes to my daughter? Because she's 14 already. So that could have been my daughter. Either one of them girls could have been my daughter. I had to have a conversation with her. You know, I know you have a fighter spirit. It comes from your bloodline. And, you know, and her whole first reaction is, you know, well, considering I was talking about, we was having a discussion about her grades though. And I just segued into, you know, and I know you seen the girl that got killed, by the police officer, and you know, and she's just like, well, in regards to it having some relation to her grades, you know, because I talk life when I talk to her. I was basically telling her to do what she got to do in life and get things out the way, stop focusing on friends and stuff like that, because this is one of those situations. That girl that was fighting that other girl, they could have been friends or they could have been enemies, you know, and people have attitudes. They want to, you know, do what they want to do, fight, kill, whatever their intention may be. And my message to her was, you know, control your attitude, because someone can assume that something else is happening here, and then they want to get involved in it, and then suddenly everything is just messed up. It goes a step too far. Somebody got to die all the time for some reason, and that's not fair, you know. I'm getting back to the LeBron portion of this. Y'all piling on this man because he said you're next after it was a verdict. And the timeline of it was, okay, that case was decided. Then this happens 2 seconds later. And then he said you're next, which means to me, I translated that as, oh, you're going to be the next person to be tried in a court of law. Ain't that what the system is supposed to do? Like, what happened to freedom of speech, for one? And like I said, I'm not siding with him or against him, but I'm going to stand in defense of him as far as trying to get everybody to go look in the mirror real quick. Like, especially if you aren't black. Like, I look at the police and because of what's been happening basically since before I was born, what I learned as a child, learning about slavery, and just the civil rights movement and being inspired by those things, the Southern Christian leaders and everybody, learning their stories, learning, you know, Emmett Till, what happened to all of those individuals. And every time I see the police, I'm thinking they could pull me over right now. And if my wallet is in the wrong pocket or in the back pocket or in the armrest or in the glove, it's like, bro, you can't do nothing. You just got to sit still. And even sitting still, you might get shot. And since when is that fair? But then everybody wants us to react like, oh yeah, he should have killed that girl. Everybody want to act like LeBron was saying, go kill the police officer. No. We've never truly operated with revenge, or we wouldn't have any type of, where we are in the world now as black people, we wouldn't be where we are now. If we were just like, oh, they did this, oh, retaliate. I mean, last time I checked, ain't George Zimmerman still walking around for killing a kid with an Arizona and some Skittles? Oh, wait, but hold on. Y'all gonna talk about what he might have did or what he might have done, or he might have a felonious history, or like, all that don't matter. But it just seemed like everybody, you know, whether it's, you know, people are calling on the NBA to punish LeBron, people saying Adam Silver is not gonna slam the hammer down. You know, Regina King, like she said, people in Hollywood want to change the channel, or people see somebody in Hollywood saying something and they want to change the channel because it's real. Like, you can't deal with the truth. Like, I could lose my life today if I get pulled over and I just get out the car and I start yelling at an officer. and he don't have a familiarity with a black person or something like that, he might feel scared or something like that. And it could even be a black officer. It's just police. Bam, I'm down. I'm gone. I'm out of there, right? Because I guess you have to shoot when intent to kill, right? Not shoot a hand, not shoot a knee, not shoot a foot. Hey, shoot my Achilles. We're not serving and protecting as much as we're just executing. And I say we because it's on all of us. Yeah, I will be the victim quicker than someone of another race. Yeah, I'll get killed. Sure. But we as a collective, I don't know when this country gonna get it together. But it needs to be something done, and then people are like, why is what about black on black crime, and what about what about all lives matter, and what about, like, if I really get into the politics of certain stuff I've been reading, like the numbers in which like just like the whole black versus Asians thing, like I never have hated Asians. Like, where did that come from? And then I see a statistic about the hate crimes against blacks versus Asians. I forgot the numbers, but they're astounding. Go look it up. And you guys are getting upset because, I mean, we're gonna have the same until things are done better. As a black man, I mean, I wouldn't tell you what my honest reaction was to seeing George Floyd die. I don't have a reaction to the officer killing the girl. Or I have one, but I'm not going to say it. Like, it would tear you apart. Like I said, that could have been my daughter. That could have been me in George Floyd's place. But no one wants to hear that reality. No one wants to hear, oh, it could have been me. They be like, well, they look at you, they see you alive, and they just keep it moving. And, everybody's mixing in LeBron with Adam Silver, with China. I did that podcast defending LeBron about the whole China thing where the NBA sent him out there to be the spokesperson, and Adam Silver decided to get behind him with that, thinking that it would fix something or it would help move something in a certain direction. But it is politics. But at the end of the day, if all of this stuff gets stripped down, like COVID hit, and what happened? Every industry shut down. But what happened as well? We continued to live, except those that have passed from COVID. God bless everybody that's lost somebody. We still people at the end of the day. That's just it. Clear cut. LeBron was born a little baby boy. 0 years old one day. 1 day old, 1 minute old. Just because who he is now that means he can't say nothing. Like, we supposed to keep it PC on camera, but those same individuals can continue to just tear, whether it's sports related, whether it's political, the people on TV that aren't the athletes and the people in Hollywood, because when they're doing something, it's being done in regards to their work. Like, if it's somebody in Hollywood, they're doing a TV show, they're doing a movie. If it's an athlete, they're playing basketball, football, baseball, soccer, or whatever. They're doing, what they do. So they can't say nothing. Only politicians can say something, even if they don't represent what I represent. Even if they don't move on the things that I would move on. So I'm supposed to just shut up and let somebody speak for me and just stand in beside them in alignment with them? That's not America.